are still on our safety measure tips in different areas of our community. We've talked about the home, we've talked about the school, we've talked about our community in general. Today, we are going to talk about safety measures in our place of work. Our place of work have to be secure for people to be able to work effectively, because we've had cases of work accident, places where you work, people have met their water load there because of lack of safety measure put in place. And so today, let's see ways we can make our workplace a very good place for us. What are some safety measures we have to put in place? We'll discuss 6 points on safety measures in our place of work. One is avoiding the use of alcohol in our place of work, using protective materials, using fire extinguishers, proper supervision, provision of first aid boxes, then teamwork. Now let's take them one at a time. First is avoid the use of alcohol or hard drugs while at work. If you use alcohol while at work, you might not focus on what you're going to do, and you will not take precaution because you are under the influence of alcohol, or you take hard drugs. You will be under the influence of hard drugs, and that might cause harm to you. Imagine somebody that works in a constructive company or a construction company that took alcohol and is going to take a height, is going to climb a height. How do you think the person will fare? Or you take hard drug and you are in the hospital setting and you want to save life. You are not seeing clearly. Your mental view is not clear. How do you think you're going to work effectively? And so to keep your life safe and those around you to be safe, you need to avoid alcohol and every form of hard drugs that will put the life of others in danger, even your own life in danger. So the use of alcohol and hard drugs in workplace should be discouraged, because it will cause more harm than good. Alcohol and hard drugs should be discouraged. The next one is use of protective materials. Use of protective materials. If you're working in a construction company, there is every need for you to use hard hats on your head, use safety boots on your legs. Most times use hand gloves, strong hand gloves on your hands. All these are safety measures to help you, so that if there is any harm, it might be prevented to an extent. And there are people that work with objects too. They need to wear gloves. They need to use other materials that will protect them. What if you're a welder? You need to use glasses that will protect your eyes. What if you work in a very high sounded area? You need to use ear protective materials that will not damage your eardrums. All of these are protective materials that you need to use in your place of work to keep your life, keep the life of others around you, and to make sure that you don't cause more harm to your health than good. In our workplace, we need to be very careful, because a lot is required. A lot is required for you to stay safe for your family, for you to stay safe for your organization, and for other people's life not to be in danger. So use these materials that are required to make things easier and to save life. Remember, we are still on safety measures in the place of work. We've discussed safety measures at home, at school, in our community. If you've not watched that video, go back and watch the safety measure. This is part 3. This is part 3 of our class. Part 3. We've taken 2 parts: the community, the school, and the home. And today we're talking about the workplace. Now, number 3 is fire extinguishers should be put in place. Nobody pray for fire, but sometimes these emergency things happen. What if there is outbreak of fire somewhere in the factory, in the organization, in the buildings? What do you do? And so before you call for help, lay your hand first with what you have. If these fire extinguishers are put in place, it can quickly be turned on in order to turn off the fire. If the fire have not escalated to a high point, this fire can be put under control by those that are working within the premises. So if this measure is put in place, there is going to be reduction of fire breakage. So fire extinguishers should be installed in organization or in companies, wherever, provided it's a workplace where people come together to look for their daily living, to look for their salary, wages, and whatever. Proper supervision. The most difficult people to handle is humans. And so even if you tell them don't take alcohol, use protective measures, fire extinguishers, if you don't supervise them, they won't put these things in place. These things will not be put in place and things will go wrong. So they need supervision to make sure that these things are enforced. The laws have to be enforced because humans will not agree. They want to do things their own way. And so the supervisory team should be ready to take action. Punish those who do not abide by the rules and the regulation. Sanction those who are supposed to be sanctioned. Query those who are supposed to be queried. Enforce it. If it's not enforced, it's not going to be carried out. And so proper supervision from people who are to be put under supervisory position, and they should make sure that they enforce whatever measure they want to, so that people don't just risk their life. Humans are difficult to handle. So you handle them sometimes by force, sometimes by motivation. Whichever language they understand to be supervised under, you do it as a supervisor. Then the other one is provision of first aid boxes. Nobody wants casualty in his place of work. Nobody wants to get injured in his place of work. But it sometimes happens. It most times happens. But if there is a first aid box and such thing happens, first treatment is given before the individual is taken to the hospital or taken to the appropriate place to be treated. But if no first aid box, 1 minute save of life can go a long way in saving an individual life. And 1 minute's negligence can take the individual's life. So first aid boxes should be put in place, and those who can manage the first aid boxes effectively, nurses, doctors, other health workers who you know can handle this first aid material, should be employed, so that when such things happen, they come to the scene, take appropriate measures, and then handle things appropriately the way they are supposed to be. So first aid boxes should be in all our work environment. Then we'll have, the next one is teamwork. There are some work that ordinarily one person cannot do. So it requires teamwork to make it effective. Nobody should go and carry the work of 10 persons and think he is a superhero. Teamwork should be encouraged so that the rate of danger can be reduced. If you are carrying a hard object that 10 persons will carry effectively well without problem, 3 persons should not go there and start carrying it in order to put themselves in danger. Teamwork, come together, make things happen. Let it be an easy walk out so that everybody can be safe. Everybody can work in a good environment. We go to work to look for our daily bread. We don't want to go to work and meet our waterload there. We don't want to go to work and die in the process. Let's follow the safety tips in our place of work. Things will work out well. And so, in our next series of safety in our workplace, safety in our environment in general, we'll talk about our roots. That will be our next topic. Thank you for dropping by our Colossal Mind School. Watch other videos on our safety measures. That way you understand.